LdM student advisors. My name is Jordan and I'm part of a team here at LdM in Florence that strives to make our student study abroad experience as amazing as possible.
Hi, I'm Krista. Part of my job is to stay in close contact with the students. As an advisor, I also follow their academic progress, advise them on extracurricular activities, and support their general well-being while they're away from their home institution.
Having myself been a student at LdM, I understand the importance of having a point of reference when you find yourself in a new environment. Upon arrival, students receive an emergency phone number that connects them to an LdM advisor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Knowing that there's someone you can rely on makes you feel at home, well away from home.
My name is Barbara and I work as a student advisor for 8 years. I enjoy comparing my experience with those of my colleagues. We are present in all 3 LdM campuses. In Florence, where most of our students are based. In Tuscania, where students have a special interest in Italian culture, sustainability or agriculture. And here in Rome, where our STEM courses are based.
I'm Flavia. I work as a student advisor assistant. Each of the LdM campuses are different. Here in Rome, we offer Italian language and culture courses, but also STEM courses. Because of the size of the campus here in Rome, we are able to get involved with all the different aspects of our students' life during their study abroad semester.
My name is May Gontran. I am the student advisor at Lorenzo de' Medici Institute in Tuscania. I've been working at LdM for 10 years. I enjoy my position because I can share my own love of Italy's culture, heritage and language, and I take pleasure in seeing the students' growing appreciation of them. It's also enjoyable seeing how students connect with the local community.
In order to foster these connections while involving prospective students as well, we've launched the LdM Student Ambassadors program. By working together with our student ambassadors, we're able to facilitate a connection between LdM and the student body.
Hi, my name is Hesu and I'm a nursing student studying abroad. I am also an ambassador for the LdM program in Rome. Being a study abroad student and a STEM student does not have to be mutually exclusive. As an LdM ambassador, I received a scholarship so that I can share my experiences with you on my blog posts.
I get a lot of satisfaction out of getting to know the students that I advise. I grow close to them and gain their trust as the term progresses. It's important that we also follow their academic progress. So it really becomes a balancing act between building a close and friendly relationship and maintaining professional distance, so they respect and follow our advice.
The fact that it's not as straightforward of a job as it may seem is probably my favorite thing about being a student advisor. I really enjoy following my students' academic progress, and it's especially interesting to hear their feedback regarding new and challenging courses or innovative teaching methods that they've been exposed to. I feel like I learned so much from the students I advise.
When a student decides to spend a semester or longer period in Italy, I think he will probably be at first attracted by disciplines like arts and literature and history, of course. But one should consider that science, modern science, was really born in Italy with the astonishing work of Galileo Galilei, and particularly human anatomy has its roots in Italy.
While studying sciences in Rome, students do not only get exposed to their regular course material, but also to the roots of modern science, to their philosophical background and to the ethical frameworks that are also valid for modern sciences today. So overall, the abroad experience is much enhanced. It's not just immersing yourself into a different culture, living in Italy, interacting with the professors here in Italy, with their peers, but also studying the history of science and understanding where modern sciences come from, as well as benefiting from the various liberal arts offerings that LdM here in Rome has to offer.
Starting this summer, students will be able to enroll in 2 summer courses for engineers, Thermodynamics 1 and the Engineering Economy, which exposes the students to evaluating projects from the financial point of view. During the semester, students at LdM Rome will be able to enroll in Principles of Environmental Science and Statistics for STEM students. Human anatomy, molecular genetics and organic chemistry are also offered. Each of these 3 courses has a lab component, allowing students to gain access to such cutting-edge technology as ion beam electron microscopes at LdM partner institution, the University of Roma Tre. Every year, LdM seeks to expand and enhance its academic offering. This means that new courses are introduced on a yearly basis, but more importantly, the existing academic offering is constantly revised and improved to include new teaching methods and innovative approaches to learning.
Art history is not just art, but also history, and the city is a sort of layered map of all the things that happened here throughout the different Florentine historical vicissitudes. So it's important to have them stroll around and even have a sense in a very impressionistic way, not necessarily know everything, but even just get a sense, which is something that you cannot get if you live in another place.
I use a lot of cases in the course. This helps the students to see actually what the context means in terms of actual business practices. So this semester I added a lot of courses on Italy, which I hadn't had in the past, as well as maintained many of the courses on US and Asian business practices. They learned a lot about Italy, obviously from being here, but I think that the cases help them to see how Italian business actually operates. I try to impress my students that this accounting you're learning, it was invented here, you know, for the banking industry, and all the things that we think of like checks and deposits and things were really invented in the banking industry in Italy.
My name is Elena and I'm the coordinator of the LdM student advising team. I'm in charge of supervising the advisors, planning the orientation schedule, and being the liaison between the advising office and the other offices we work with, such as the housing office, the clubs, activities, volunteering office, and many others, as well as being an advisor myself.
Every day is different from the next one. Everything is so dynamic, so that I feel this job is always interesting.
My name is Chiara and I studied in Moscow and Brussels. Since I've been in their shoes, I think I can understand students' personal needs in a different setting, as well as their academic challenges while studying abroad.
While always innovating and improving its academic offering through new courses, it is also part of LdM didactic philosophy to enable new academic connections and flesh out new possibilities for creative collaborations and academic exchange. This is most successfully achieved through a variety of interdisciplinary projects.
I am very grateful to Alberto Zanobini, that is the director of the Children's Hospital Mayer in Florence, which is a great institution in Florence. It's probably the best hospital dedicated to children care in Italy, so it's really a place of excellence. So this gave us the opportunity to ask the students to create a real project. Basically, this course is architectural studios designing within and for communities. So basically the mayor asked us to create a connection path between the existing hospital and the new building that they purchased, but also we need to create in a green area a trailer park and a fun adventure park for the kids. So the area that they are designed, it's really the center of a complex community.
a great collaboration between two old institutions of Florence, Mayer Children's Hospital and Lorenzo de' Medici School. For me, a great opportunity to develop new plans for the hospital. We have shared a lot of ideas with the students, and they made a great work with their professor of architecture. We can take a lot of suggestions, ideas to undertake better and better our programs.
I'm really glad that the students have a real opportunity to test what will be the profession after the studies.
I think that is a model of approach of work together that is very innovative. I think that it has a future.
Since this class is quite advanced, the students were asked to do something more than they usually do. So they don't do simply a project and a rendering with which they are better than me. I asked them, therefore, to think about the construction details, which are fundamental, because the objective of an architect is to create a beautiful architecture, not a beautiful rendering of an idea. So I think it's quite enjoyable for the students. At first they have to get out of the zone of comfort, so they find themselves in a new territory, but then I am quite pleased with the results, no? Because they are enjoying experimenting the study of materials and designing the minute details in a way that they were not used to.
As part of LdM's progressive approach to developing international programs, new initiatives have been developed. And in one area is experimentation. And this is a very interesting area for fashion designers. They have an opportunity to express their concepts and push creative boundaries in the laboratory. The laboratory is used as an experimental environment in taking risks for their collections in the future. LdM's diverse programming provides another area of exploration, which is this whole concept of interdisciplinary learning. As educators, it's our responsibility to prepare students for the future, for the real world. Interdisciplinary work, one course is interdisciplinary design. It gives students an opportunity to come together from multidisciplinary backgrounds and to create a process of finding innovative solutions to a given problem. The LdM students engage in meaningful conversation and dialogue through interdisciplinary collaboration. They experienced this past year as we teamed architectural students with fashion students to create iconic products that are related to the city. It gave them an opportunity to interact with each other, to strengthen team building skills, and most importantly, they engaged in critical thinking skills together. They realized that the process from both disciplines is the same research and concept development, and not to mention the friendships that were developed so that they can go on possibly in the future to collaborate, to continue this collaboration.
My name is Irene. My love for animals is unconditional, which is why I'm vegetarian. I like to be a representative for students and assist them with their academic career. I'm willing to give them any kind of suggestions. I could say that my major is giving support and my minor is hospitality.
What's exciting to see is how our students flourish here. They become involved in international academic projects in a variety of disciplines. They meet and make connections with people from all over the world. It makes me happy to feel like their experience in Italy will last far beyond the one term they usually spend here.
Through my blog posts, I can create international connections. I hope through my personal testimony, I can show other STEM students that this can be an incredible global opportunity.
My name is Ambra and I love to travel. I'm always in contact with students from a different culture, and answering their question makes me reflect on my own one with new eyes.
Building international connections is important to LdM as an institution. As a result, not only LdM students but also the professors benefit from an exchange of ideas and concepts that spans continents and cultures. This helps us build a diverse, current and rich academic culture. And for this reason, we collaborated with the China Foreign Affairs University with the intention of establishing a stable partnership between our two institutions.
This workshop was a very great opportunity for the Lorenzo de' Medici Institute to meet with the very prestigious academics coming from the Chinese Foreign Affairs University, which is a top institutions within the academic world in China. We had the chance to exchange ideas, and that was very valuable for both of us. I think that knowledge is a very special good, because even if you share it, you're just multiplying it. And I think this is a very powerful message for this possible partnership. The EU and China and the US are all global players, and Italy is a vital partner within the European Union, and I believe that they can establish a strategic partnership within education. They are all interested in innovation, in science, and I do believe that this is a way to boost growth and social development. Energy, public diplomacy, public sphere, food, environment, and I believe that also education is one of these key focus that should be taken into account in this strategic partnership that is going to be strengthened over time.
This is really a great opportunity to play a role as LdM, as Italy, as Europe, Italy as a European country, to really work for a multipolar world. That is the only solution, if you want, is the only route for peace.
During the biennial conference of the ELIA European League of Institutes of the Arts, of which LdM is a member, various LdM professors have had the opportunity to connect with colleagues from around the globe, as well as showcase and discuss research papers, case studies and innovative projects. Especially for this occasion, LdM organized a workshop called Culinary Masterpieces, which is a multidisciplinary laboratory allowing its participants to understand the LdM mission and get to know its offering in an engaging and interactive way. Tapping into their creativity and crossing various disciplines such as history of art, fashion and the culinary arts, the participants were guided by professionals to express themselves through colors and flavors, awakening and stimulating their imagination in order to produce individual, handmade creations. LdM's partner institution Kamenes, the Center for Ancient Mediterranean and Near Eastern Studies, has provided the attendees with a unique opportunity to view Etruscan artifacts excavated from the archaeological digs of Tuscania with the aid of LdM faculty and students and in collaboration with the State University of Florence. These artifacts are distinctive to the history of the Lazio region and do not exist outside of Italy. Following the one-day exhibition, Kamenes provided LdM students and staff, as well as members of the public, a chance to immerse themselves in an Etruscan necropolis by creating its 3D reconstruction. The interactive part of the exhibit, in collaboration with LdM and the students of the Marist LdM Masters in Museum Studies, was complemented by an exhibition of precious funerary artifacts, which fostered a better understanding of the Etruscan culture and heritage. LdM gives permanence to these various events and academic exchanges through LdM Press, a publishing arm of the Institute, which was launched in the fall of 2016.
The idea came because we find out that there are so many talent, they don't have a chance to publish a book. At least they have to wait 3 years, 4 years to have been recommended. And so why So we decided to do our company of publishing. And one thing is happened to us that was completely unexpected. We have the distribution all over Italy.
These diverse and daring initiatives form an integral part of LdM's mission to preserve Italian heritage and create a deeper understanding of current and historical aspects of Italian culture internationally, as well as within the country.
At LdM, we strongly believe in the necessity of taking care of what surrounds us, the environment as well as those who live in it. That's why last year we launched our new School of Agriculture with courses focused on sustainable and responsible agriculture. Since health and nature go hand in hand, starting from fall 2017, we will offer our students well-being center activities. Students can take part in activities such as Hatha Yoga Sensorial Path or local food trails. From this perspective, jogging and hiking become a new opportunity for the students to get in touch with the local culture. For example, they can explore forgotten towns or even jump in natural hot springs.
The benefits of studying in Tuscania is it's very nature-oriented. So studying art, I get to be outside in the nature all the time. It's been very interesting to learn about the kilometer zero concepts and actually eating the food that's locally and seasonally grown. Being in touch with nature around me has allowed my mind and body to be connected in a well-being experience, which is not a typical study abroad experience. And I am so happy to have chosen LdM Tuscania.
Every activity has the potential to be a fruitful learning experience. In the fall 2016 semester, LdM has collaborated with the University of Florence during an academic event dedicated to the production and responsible consumption of wine, one of Italy's most iconic products. Italian and American students from both institutions had the opportunity to learn about Tuscany's history as a wine-producing region, as well as the main concepts of pairing food and wine. The workshops concluded with a degustation and a concert for a fine, full-bodied and sensorial experience. Students had the opportunity to channel their creativity, develop new passions and connect with other students across the school during the first edition of LdM's Got Talent. It was an occasion for students in performing arts classes as well as those participating in student clubs to connect and get inspired. Events such as this one are just one of the many opportunities for LdM students to spend their free time in a meaningful, enriching and fun way.
The results of our students' academic and extracurricular engagement with Italian culture and heritage and the community that they are part of during their study abroad experience can be seen in the annual event Art is in the Square.
It's a real honor to have
my work exhibited. It's a really special experience, and I hope to do more of this type of work in terms of redesigning public spaces and having the opportunity to repurpose existing spaces in order to create a new meaning. And it's also, I think, a sustainable way to design. So I think that this experience to have the exhibit is a really special one.
I'm going to take home more of honesty, being more honest with myself and kind of knowing like the limits that I have and where I want to be and more focused.
I'm a designer. I like to get inspirations from all the places, and Florence is definitely, like, so far gave me the most inspirations because all the cities, the art is everywhere. So what I'm bringing home is priceless, I think. I learned so much. I got so many inspirations, look at so many beautiful things. I just really blessed and I feel really good. And I'm bringing home the things I learned, the inspirations, the worldwide, eyesight. It's really great.
It's gratifying to see students even more enthusiastic when they depart. In fact, we've had former students who returned to Tuscania either for doing further courses or just to come by and say hello.
We also celebrate with our students in a more personal way during the farewell dinner, which to us is a special occasion for coming together and strengthening the bond with the students we've been advising. But who knows if they feel the same way about us as we do them.
Her name is Irene DeMiro, and she's so friendly. She was really helpful. There was a small problem with my schedule at the beginning of the year, and she was really, really quick to help me out, and she answered all my questions. It was quick and to the point, and she was very friendly about it. And she was always there for us.
Very helpful with any issue that I have, and also just checking in at times when I haven't reached out to her, but just having someone to reach out to me at a random time has been, it's been very inspiring to me just to have somebody who is a great human.
Krista's been awesome. She's just been a really steady presence while we're here because everything's changing so much. We're doing so many new things, but she's one person that's just kind of always there. It's been great to just kind of email her if I have a question or even just stop by and talk to her, and she's always been so kind, so calm, and so relaxed no matter what was going on in a situation. She's a great level head to have around. And also she's just always smiling towards you. She always makes you feel comfortable and excited when you leave her office, which is really, really great.
She was very helpful. I was originally in Interior Design 1, and she realized that it'd be too easy for me, and she was like, no, you should be in the second class, so she fixed it, no problem, and I was in the second level.
I think having a person like that when you come here and it's uncomfortable and you don't really know what's going on, when you have somebody like that, that can bring you from being up here and be like, oh, it's fine. Yeah, so she does her job really well.
Anything she says feels very authentic and genuine to me, and I really feel that to my heart. And when we meet up one-to-one in our advisor meetings, I can tell she cares for me and my other colleagues. So I think we really love her, and we would like to say thank you, Elena. Thank you so much.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for watching. Arrivederci.